In the last chapter, strange things began to happen at Elsinore. Guards on the castle walls had seen a ghost, a silent figure wearing the armor of the dead king. Horatio witnessed it with his own eyes and brought the news to Prince Hamlet. Now, as night falls again over the castle, Hamlet has come to the walls himself. Because if the spirit truly is his father, then tonight he intends to hear why it has returned. Night came slowly to Elsinore. Inside the castle, the court had gathered again for wine, music, and celebration. The sound of laughter drifted through the stone halls as if nothing in Denmark had truly changed. But not everyone inside the castle was celebrating. In a quiet chamber nearby, Laertes prepared to leave for France. His sister Ophelia stood beside him, listening as he spoke with unusual seriousness. "There is something you must remember," he told her. "Prince Hamlet may seem kind, but princes do not always choose their own futures." Laertes knew how courts worked. A prince might speak of love, but a prince's marriage belonged to the kingdom. "If Hamlet says he loves you," he continued, "be careful what you believe." Ophelia listened patiently, though part of her resisted the warning. She knew Hamlet, or at least she believed she did. Before she could answer further, their father entered the room. Polonius was a careful man, and he quickly noticed the tone of the conversation. When Laertes left for his ship, Polonius turned his attention fully to his daughter. Soon enough, he learned the truth. Hamlet had been visiting her often, speaking kindly, perhaps even speaking of love. Polonius frowned. "Do not trust it," he told her firmly. "A young prince may say many things he does not truly mean." He ordered her to distance herself from Hamlet, to speak with him less, to guard her heart carefully. Ophelia bowed her head and agreed, but the command left an uneasy feeling behind. Later that night, far above the castle halls, Hamlet stood again on the cold stone platform overlooking the sea. Horatio and one of the guards waited beside him. The wind cut sharply across the walls, carrying the smell of salt and winter. From somewhere inside the castle, trumpets suddenly sounded, followed by loud cheers. Horatio looked toward the noise. "What is happening?" Hamlet barely glanced back. "The king celebrates," he said quietly. Claudius was drinking with the court, raising cups and filling the halls with music. It was an old custom of Denmark, one that other nations mocked freely. Hamlet had always found the tradition embarrassing. Sometimes, he thought, a single flaw could stain everything else a man had done. He wondered if the same might be true for kingdoms. Horatio suddenly stiffened. "My lord." Hamlet followed his gaze. The darkness ahead of them shifted. A tall shape emerged slowly into the moonlight. Armor, a pale face, and eyes Hamlet knew better than his own reflection. His father stood before him. For a moment, Hamlet could not move. "Father." The ghost said nothing. Instead, it raised one arm and beckoned. Horatio grabbed Hamlet's sleeve. "My lord, do not follow it," but Hamlet pulled free. "If this is truly my father," he said quietly, "I must hear what he wants." The ghost moved away into the darkness. Hamlet followed. They stopped in a quiet place beyond the walls. The spirit turned toward him. "I am your father's ghost." Its voice sounded distant and heavy. "I am allowed to walk the night for a time, until the sins of my life are burned away." Hamlet stepped closer. "What do you want of me?" The ghost's answer came sharply. "Revenge." Hamlet felt the words strike him like a blow. "My murder," the spirit continued. The story told to Denmark is false. They say a serpent killed me while I slept in my orchard. The ghost leaned nearer. But the serpent that stung your father now wears his crown. Hamlet's mind raced. My uncle. Yes, Claudius. The ghost revealed the truth. While the king slept peacefully in the orchard, Claudius had crept beside him and poured poison into his ear. A poison that stopped his heart within moments. In that single act, he had stolen everything: the crown, the kingdom, and the queen. Hamlet felt anger rising through him like fire. Remember me, the ghost said. Do not allow this crime to go unpunished. Then the spirit's voice softened. But do not harm your mother. Leave her judgment to heaven and to her own conscience. The first light of dawn began to rise. The ghost stepped back. Farewell, and remember. Then it vanished. For a long moment, Hamlet stood alone in the cold air. The truth burned in his mind. Murder, poison, Claudius. Everything he had felt inside the castle suddenly made sense. His father had not died by chance. He had been killed. Hamlet clenched his fists. Yes, he whispered. I will remember. When Horatio and the guard finally reached him, they demanded to know what had happened. Hamlet did not answer directly. Instead, he made them swear secrecy. No matter what you see me do from this moment forward, he told them, you must never reveal what happened tonight. They swore. Only then did Hamlet reveal the beginning of his plan. From now on, he would behave strangely. Let the court believe he had lost his reason. Behind that mask, he would search for proof. And when the time came, Claudius would answer for what he had done. As they walked back toward the castle, Hamlet felt the weight of his new purpose settle inside him. The world had been broken long before this night. He simply had not known it yet. The time is out of joint, he murmured quietly, and cursed fate, that I was born to set it right. In the next chapter, Hamlet begins to behave strangely within the court of Elsinore. But while the prince pretends to lose his mind, the new king begins to watch him closely, and the danger inside the castle begins to grow.